Hey, hello world. Dan with Lord Fairfax Preparedness. It's been a little while since I posted, and I apologize for that. Lots of things going on in the world and my life, lives of my family. Job change. First off, I had a job change. I left a hospital-based transport service that I worked for in December of last year over disagreement with management over about how they handled the situation, and floundered a little bit in between looking for another job. And then in March of this year, 2025, today is August 1st, so in March of 2025 I applied for a part-time paramedic position and with a company, got hired on with them, and looking for something else full-time. And then in April I applied for a second part-time position with a different company and was offered the operations manager position. So that's what I'm doing now. Admin stuff. So yeah. Also, I wrote a emergency essentials class for my kids' school, for the high school students specifically. The administration of the school, it's a private school, so they met with the administration. They loved the idea and couldn't make it mandatory for high school students, so they're going to basically make it a extracurricular elective class for grades 8, 9, 10, and maybe 11, 12 going into the future. So starting in the next couple of weeks, I will be finishing up that program, writing, and will be teaching emergency essentials, kind of like I'm doing here on YouTube and Rumble. We'll see where it goes. So yeah, just kind of where I'm at. Figured I'd say hi. And I know I don't have that many followers, but for the followers that I do have, I appreciate you. And thanks for sticking with me, if you're still there. And yeah, so again, here we are, August 1st. Tariffs just took effect from President Trump. So of course, the world is waiting with breath abated to see how that's going to work out. Thus far, all of the naysayers, all of the tariff naysayers, have been wrong. The American economy is doing very, very well. While some of the numbers are not so great, like for example the work numbers, additional jobs added numbers are not super great. The White House government kind of overestimated some of those numbers. They're not as high as they had hoped, but wages are higher, and the American economy is doing well. So, hooray for that. Hopefully things will continue to stabilize, and see. So, however you voted, like him or hate him, because there's really no in between, will kind of determine your view of how things are going. Of course, the general media hates him, so they are still trying to figure out what they can say to bash him. But that's that. Let's plan for emergencies. What's next? Well, it's August, so for me, obviously, we're looking at river trips. We're looking at river time, so river safety, all of that. For when my family has gone camping. So we've done a couple of trips. Again, it's August, so we've done a couple of trips already. Prior to the summer, my wife and I purchased some additional life jackets for our canoes, additional canoe and kayak equipment. We got some additional food stocked up and stored with our freeze dryer. We're still working on that side of things. Our business is doing well. We have expanded our business to include freeze-dried meals to some extent, as well as freeze-dried meal components, so like vegetables and fruit that you can add to a main meal to supplement. So we're working on that. Going into, of course, everybody's concerned with hurricane season starting into August. I know hurricane season has kind of already been in effect for tidewater areas in Virginia, in the Carolinas, Florida, and Georgia, and so on. But going into the fall, we expect some more peak hurricanes. So how do you get ready for that? Well, if you live in those areas, you prepare your gear, right? Rain ponchos and life jackets, right? Radios, flashlights, food, water, blankets, hand crank radios, right? Maybe mobile radios such as ReadyNet radios or walkie-talkies for your family. Making sure everything's powered up, charged, and ready to go. Some canned food or freeze-dried food in case you need to leave the area in the event of a hurricane. The other thing you might want to prep for, depending on where you are in the U.S. For me, again, where I am in Virginia, going into the fall, planting food, getting things ready for the fall planting, so that we can have a decent fall harvest, and then store that stuff for the winter. So in my area, root vegetables are really big. Obviously, the colonials did a lot of root vegetables, carrots, potatoes, parsnips, and so on. So those things, if they're not already in the ground in July, should go into the ground no later than this month in August for Virginia and the eastern, I'm not sure the area 10, I think it is, or whatever, of the growing region. And then getting ready for winter. right? Get that vehicle bag ready. Wool blankets, knit caps, gloves. Break out all those winter jackets. But Dan, it's August. Yeah, right. And while in my area, the first snowfall doesn't commonly come before January or February, we have gotten snow, and on some rare occasions, a large amount of snow in the end of November, December. Again, is it a regular thing? No. But is it a possibility? Yes. So, August, September, October, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm focusing on. We're dusting off we're breaking out the winter jackets. We're dusting them off. Throwing them in the laundry. We're getting ready for winter. Obviously, again, August 1st, Virginia's tax-free weekend, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So back to school shopping, getting all those things for the kids as well. I'm trying to do this as an everyday preparedness stuff. So getting your kids ready for school is kind of that thing too. For your kids going to college, what do you have for them that they can protect themselves? What do you have for your college age son or daughter that they have to protect themselves? Obviously, they may not be able to carry a firearm onto a college campus. Most college campuses frown on that to defend themselves, but do they have self-defense techniques, right? Krav Maga, wrestling, Taekwondo, karate, right? What about pepper spray, right? Or buzzers, alarms? Do they know what to look for if they go to, and what to watch out for if they go to a party so they don't get drugged? All of those things. How are you planning on that? I don't have all the details on that. I'll do some more research. We'll cover that in another video. But these are just kind of an overall broad spectrum things, stuff that I've been thinking about, stuff that I've been, and I have been and will be working on. I don't have college age kids yet, but I want to be a everyday preparedness type channel. So for those of you that do have college age kids, 17, 18, 19, that are going away to school, I will cover some of those things in another video. I don't want to drag this video out too long. We're at 14-ish minutes almost already. So thanks for hanging around. Thanks for listening to me ramble again. And we'll do some more videos very soon. This is Dan from Lord Fairfax Preparedness. Thank you so much.